Princess Charlotte could be stepping into the royal spotlight much earlier than anyone anticipated. While it's well known that King Charles adores his grandchildren, his actions at a recent French state banquet took that affection to an unexpected new level. In a move that caught everyone off guard, he publicly bestowed a rare and surprising new title upon Charlotte. Even Prince William and Princess Catherine appeared visibly taken aback by the moment. Naturally, this has sparked a flurry of questions. What is this new title? Why now? And more importantly, what does this mean for Charlotte's role in the future of the royal family? The revelation of a new royal title for Princess Charlotte stunned the room into silence during the state banquet. In the middle of all the pomp and circumstance, Charlotte's expression said everything, a mixture of shock, happiness, and disbelief. As if she was silently wondering, is this really happening? It was a milestone moment for the young royal, and clearly, it took even her by surprise. While her joy lit up the event, it was King Charles's bold decision that truly became the talk of the evening. Here's the twist. This title wasn't expected to be given out yet. There's a formal process with long-standing royal protocols that typically come first. But Charles bypassed those traditions entirely, choosing instead to act on his own. Decision has led many to wonder, was this an act of royal favoritism, or part of a much larger strategy? Could this be a glimpse into King Charles's vision for a modern monarchy? Since her birth on May 2, 2015, Princess Charlotte has carried a unique kind of royal importance. As the second child of Prince William and Princess Kate, she was always expected to play a prominent part within the royal institution. Thanks to Queen Elizabeth II, Charlotte's future was safeguarded even before she learned to walk. Back in 2013, the Queen made a historic change to the Succession to the Crown Act, abolishing the old tradition of male primogeniture. That outdated rule allowed younger brothers to leapfrog older sisters in the line of succession. Because of this amendment, when Prince Louis was born, Charlotte retained her place in the royal order. She made history simply by being born when she was. But the Queen didn't stop there. Even before Charlotte's arrival, Queen Elizabeth quietly made another crucial change. Under a century-old rule from King George V in 1917, only the eldest son of the Prince of Wales would automatically be granted a royal title. Without the Queen's intervention, Charlotte and Louis might not have received any royal styling at all. But thanks to her actions, Charlotte was born with the full title of Her Royal Highness, Princess Charlotte of Wales, and that Her Royal Highness styling isn't just symbolic, it's a marker of bloodline. Charlotte is a princess by birth, not marriage. That distinction matters within the firm. It's the reason why Kate, although widely called Princess Kate, doesn't technically hold that title. Like Princess Diana before her, Kate married into royalty. Charlotte, however, was born into it. Her full name reflects her father's current title, Princess Charlotte of Wales. Ever since William was named Prince of Wales in 2022, following Queen Elizabeth's passing. Before that, she was Princess Charlotte of Cambridge, and during the brief period when William also held the title Duke of Cornwall, she was known as Princess Charlotte of Cornwall and Cambridge. Her titles evolved in step with her father's, and that won't be the end of it, as tradition holds. She may receive yet another title once she reaches adulthood, particularly if she gets married. Male children and grandchildren of the monarch are usually given a peerage upon marriage, and speculation is already swirling about Charlotte's future. According to royal expert Robert Jobson's 2023 biography, Our King, Charles III, the Man and the Monarch, the king has long envisioned his granddaughter possibly becoming the Duchess of Edinburgh someday. That title, currently held by Prince Edward, is a life peerage. Once it returns to the crown, it could be reassigned to Charlotte by either King Charles or, in the future, King William. And even if the Duchess of Edinburgh title doesn't pass to her, there's another royal honor she could eventually receive. The title of Princess Royal. That title is reserved for only one woman at a time and currently belongs to Princess Anne. When that title becomes available, Prince William, should he ascend the throne, could choose to bestow it upon Charlotte. It would be the highest symbolic recognition of her status as the eldest daughter of a monarch. So while the state banquet moment may have seemed like a spontaneous gesture, it could very well be the first step in a much larger royal plan. Whether it's a fast-tracked peerage, a future duchess title, or the esteemed Princess Royal honor, one thing is clear. The story of Princess Charlotte's future is unfolding before our very eyes. Things are moving quicker than anyone anticipated. But perhaps the heart of this story isn't just about royal titles or protocols. Maybe it's something far more intimate, the unique connection between a grandfather and his granddaughter. Because with every new public appearance, one thing becomes increasingly evident. Princess Charlotte's growing prominence may owe just as much to her bond with King Charles as to her place in the royal family tree. Although she's only 10, Charlotte has already formed a noticeable and deeply affectionate connection with her grandfather. And according to those within royal circles, this relationship isn't your average grandparent-grandchild dynamic. It's warmer, more personal, almost like a quiet, natural friendship. Insiders say that over the past few years, that connection has only deepened. Now 76, King Charles has been spending more time at Windsor Castle, just a short distance from Adelaide Cottage, home to William, Kate, and their children. This close proximity has allowed Charles to nurture a genuine bond with Charlotte, and by all accounts, he's embraced the opportunity wholeheartedly. Those close to the family say Charlotte reminds the king of his younger self. She's energetic, strong-willed, and refreshingly candid. Designer Amaya Ari Areta, who has outfitted Charlotte since she was a baby and met her on several occasions, describes her as a sweet, caring girl with firm opinions. Even Princess Kate has joked that Charlotte rules the house, effortlessly keeping her two brothers in check. That kind of natural leadership, very reminiscent of Charles himself. But there may be a deeper reason for the king's affection. Royal biographer Ingrid Seward suggests that Charles once longed for a daughter of his own, a dream that never came true. In many ways, Charlotte may be his second chance. Seward believes Charlotte fills a place in his heart that was never quite whole. Their bond seems to bridge that emotional gap. There was even a touching moment last year that raised eyebrows. King Charles was seen wearing a vibrant, woven friendship bracelet, one many believed to be handmade by Charlotte. She had reportedly spent her summer crafting those exact bracelets. A small detail, yes, but a powerful symbol of the affection between them. Looking back, this emotional thread stretches further than most realize. In her famous biography Diana, Her True Story, Princess Diana revealed that Charles always dreamed of having a baby girl. When Prince Harry was born, she admitted Charles was disappointed. He had hoped for a daughter. That hope, clearly, never completely vanished. Now, as Charlotte begins to emerge more confidently into public life, she's proving to be a natural. A source from the palace told People magazine that she's completely comfortable at royal events and always ready to step up. But her path won't be without complications. As the middle child and, more importantly, the spare to the heir, faces challenges the royal family knows too well. Royal historian Robert Hardman pointed out that even Queen Elizabeth understood the emotional burden of being second in line. That's why she had a soft spot for Princess Margaret, Prince Andrew, and Prince Harry. In such a rigid hierarchy, being second best carries real emotional weight, and everyone in the family knows it. Prince Harry's own journey speaks volumes about that pressure. For William and Kate, guiding Charlotte through that complex reality is a top priority. William reportedly sees this as part of his role, not just to prepare as future king, but to make royal life feel less overwhelming for his children. Together, the couple is raising their kids with a balanced approach, maintaining their privacy, while gently easing them into the responsibilities of royal life. Charlotte isn't just a princess meant to smile for cameras. One day, she'll be a full-time working royal, carrying real expectations. But she won't be doing it alone. Surrounded by a supportive family and a grandfather who not only loves her, but truly understands her, Charlotte is entering her royal future with a solid foundation. That foundation is already evident. It's visible not only in how she carries herself during public appearances, but in how she connects with others, even at such a young age. Princess Charlotte has always had that magnetic charm, that spark, that natural charisma. With her royal heritage and unmistakable presence, she was born for the spotlight, and now she's walking right into it. It's not just Charlotte's name that captivates people, it's her presence. There's a unique charm woven into the women of the royal family, and even at a young age, Charlotte is showing every sign that she's inherited that magic in full. Her brothers, Prince George and Prince Louis, each have their own delightful qualities, but it's Charlotte who effortlessly commands attention, stealing moments with a natural grace. Much like her mother, Princess Catherine, she's quietly evolving into one of the royal family's most potent secret weapons. From the very beginning, her debut outside St. Mary's Hospital on May 2, 2015, cradled in her mother's arms, Charlotte has been melting hearts, and she's never really stopped. But beyond the sweetness, there's also a spark. As she's grown, Charlotte's confident and cheeky nature has begun to shine through more and more. It's this compelling combination of sass and charm that has drawn comparisons to her great aunt, Princess Anne, another royal known for balancing warmth with unwavering duty. It's a rare quality, and it seems to come naturally to Charlotte. This delicate mix of politeness and precociousness becomes especially clear when Charlotte is meeting the public. She's lived in the spotlight since birth, but only in recent years have we truly seen her personality emerge during official events, and each time, she's handled herself like a natural. Her very first public engagement came at just 4 years old, on Christmas Day in 2019, when she joined her family at the traditional service at St. Mary Magdalene Church in Norfolk. After the service, she walked alongside Prince George and her parents, meeting members of the public with poise. Prince Louis, still a toddler at the time, stayed home with the nanny, which left Charlotte to share the spotlight with her big brother for the occasion. She wore a deep forest green coat by Amaya, matched with black tights and classic Mary Jane shoes. Prince George, then 6, held tightly to Prince William's hand as they made their way through the crowd. Charlotte remained close to Princess Catherine, and together, they lit up the gathering. One woman gave Charlotte an inflatable pink flamingo, which she accepted with grace, even offering the giver a heartfelt hug. Another fan, who gifted her a doll, told Sky News via People that Charlotte appeared remarkably mature and confident. For her age, the woman noted, Her manners are outstanding, but she's cheeky. She wasn't at all scared. For someone meeting the public for the first time, Charlotte left a lasting impression. By June 2022, Charlotte had stepped even further into her role. At just 7 years old, she traveled with her family to Cardiff, Wales, as part of Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee celebrations, a significant milestone for the monarchy and for Charlotte personally. It marked her very first trip to Wales, and the public was thrilled to see her. At Cardiff Castle, she and George immersed themselves in the festivities, mingling with the crowd and joining in on the fun. One unforgettable moment came when musician John Quirk handed Charlotte a conductor's baton. She shyly accepted and led the orchestra in a rendition of We Don't Talk About Bruno from Encanto. Though hesitant at first, she quickly warmed up, laughing with George as she embraced the moment. Princess Catherine later revealed that both children were musically inclined. George had taken up the electric guitar, and Charlotte was learning piano, making the moment all the more fitting. Once again, Charlotte showed confidence, charm, and an ease far beyond her years. A few months later, in August 2022, Charlotte appeared once more in the public eye, this time at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. She attended a swimming event at the Sandwell Aquatics Center alongside Prince William and Princess Catherine, while her brothers remained at home. The outing offered her a rare opportunity for one-on-one time with her parents, and she appeared to enjoy every second of it. Cameras captured her lively expressions as she cheered and clapped with excitement during the races. Dressed in a black and white Rachel Riley dress with a Peter Pan collar, white sandals, and her hair styled in tidy pigtail braids, Charlotte looked both adorable and remarkably grown up. After the swimming event, she paid a visit to House, a cause championed by her mother, where she met athletes and staff. She shook hands with everyone she encountered and left a strong impression with her calm confidence and polished demeanor. She confidently introduced herself, locking eyes and carrying herself with a maturity far beyond her years. Later in the day, Charlotte joined her parents for more engagements, one of which included a gymnastics competition, an event that seemed to delight her immensely. As Catherine later shared, Charlotte is constantly flipping around and practicing handstands at home. In fact, Catherine joked to the Daily Mail that her daughter spends most of her time upside down, doing handstands and cartwheels. It came as no surprise then that Charlotte was in her element. As 2022 drew to a close, Charlotte was quickly becoming a cherished and familiar face at royal functions. That year's Christmas was the first the family spent without Queen Elizabeth II. With King Charles III newly ascended to the throne, long-standing traditions carried on. The Wales family, as per custom, attended the Christmas service at St. Mary Magdalene Church, this time with all 3 children in tow. Little Louis made his debut on the Christmas walk, with Princess Catherine holding his hand. That left George and Charlotte to greet the public on their own, and Charlotte rose to the occasion beautifully. She smiled sweetly, chatted with fans, and graciously accepted flowers from the crowd. She wore a festive cranberry red coat, the same one she had donned 2 weeks earlier at royal carols together. But more memorable than her outfit was the grace and maturity she exuded throughout the event. In 2023, Charlotte's charm continued to shine even brighter. After King Charles's coronation, the royal family took part in several public engagements to mark the occasion, one of which was the Big Help Out, a national campaign encouraging volunteerism. Prince William and Princess Catherine brought all 3 children to a Scouts event in Slough. The atmosphere was casual and relaxed, and Charlotte seemed to embrace every moment. She got involved in painting, played games, and even gave archery a try. Later, she gathered with her brothers and other children around a campfire, roasting marshmallows and making s'mores. It was a rare glimpse into a more laid-back royal experience, and Charlotte fit in effortlessly, laughing and enjoying the outdoors like any other 18. She wore denim shorts, a pink Ralph Lauren sweater, and a Scout scarf tied at her neck, casual, yet perfectly coordinated. The entire event offered a refreshing perspective on the royal family, making them feel more down-to-earth. And once again, Charlotte found herself right at the heart of it. By the time Christmas 2023 arrived, the Wales children had mastered the traditional walk to church. Charlotte's poise and growing confidence were on full display. The family dressed in coordinated winter shades, and Charlotte stood out in an elegant olive green coat paired with black tights and her signature black Mary Janes. Her hair, pair of neat half braids pulled back with a clean center part, was polished and aged. Walking alongside her cousin Mia Tyndall, daughter of Zara and Mike Tyndall, Charlotte smiled at well-wishers and engaged warmly. One particularly heartwarming moment captured on TikTok showed a fan offering Charlotte a bouquet of flowers. Instead of keeping it for herself, she turned and motioned for Mia to take them. Mia beamed with delight, and the moment quickly went viral. Charlotte's behavior drew widespread praise for her kindness, thoughtfulness, and maturity. One commenter wrote, "Princess Charlotte is so kind and thoughtful." Another added, "She's precious and so sweet to others every time we see her." Whether she's accepting a pink flamingo from an adoring fan, conducting an orchestra, or making someone's day with a simple, selfless act, Princess Charlotte is proving she's more than just another royal child. She's emerging as a prominent figure in the monarchy, poised, kind, intelligent, and full of charm. She's turning into the kind of royal the modern family truly needs. One who feels relatable, grounded, and refreshingly genuine. And if the past few years are any clue, we've only scratched the surface of what Princess Charlotte is capable of. What's your take on Princess Charlotte? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tap the next video on your screen. Trust us, you won't want to miss it.